Good morning, everybody. Eric Clark here. I'm just going to do a little quick video about healthy green smoothies. Okay, so you see this in the mall. They got that kiosk there in the mall now where you can buy, you know, those banana smoothies and different fruit smoothies, and they got healthy green smoothies. But really, that's not a healthy green smoothie. I mean, it's not an unhealthy smoothie, but really, there's a lot to it. And I didn't know all that goes into this. Like, you know, I've been experimenting for several months trying to figure out really what is it that we're putting in these smoothies. Like what because they always taste terrible, like, and they're green and they look awful, and it's like I could never, I'm not really figured out. So I did a little reading and looking at other people's recipes. So I'm just going to show you what I do for my smoothie. I do this every morning. This is my breakfast, and it fills me up. I feel great all day long. At lunchtime, I eat something healthy like a snack of some carrots or some vegetables. I eat a salad. I am by no means in shape. I am by no means a marathon runner. I'm not athletically fit. I'm probably fat, and I'm old, and I'm bald. But if we can reduce the risk a little bit and do at least something healthy, simple in our home, this is my little piece. So this is what I do. So I'm gonna show you what it is, what I put in my smoothies, and you guys can take it from there. Feel free to share some of your recipes as well. All right, stand by. Here we go. All right, so I know my counter looks a mess here with all this stuff, but this is what I do every morning. You know, and there's you can sort of prep this stuff the night before if you got to get up and go to work early, which I do. I go to work very early, but I tell myself I'm gonna prep, but I really don't. Some things I will tell you, I use kale, which I freeze. I also use spinach, which I freeze. You'll notice right here, I put in all of my smoothies hemp seed and flax seed. There's some secrets to the flax seed that I'm going to tell you about as well. I also always put a double dose of turmeric, however you want to pronounce it. I put that in all my smoothies. Sometimes I will freeze my vegetables like so. This is just a banana. I freeze a couple of bananas so they don't go bad. Also, here you go. This is just a bag of mixed berries you can get at your grocery store, frozen mixed berries. You can use fresh fruit, frozen fruit, whatever you want to do. I also put a cup of almond milk in all my smoothies. This is unsweetened almond milk. Surprisingly enough, it tastes very good. Depending on the smoothie that I'm making, sometimes I'll put a tablespoon of honey just to sweeten it up a little bit. Also, some people don't know this, but they do make a powdered peanut butter, which is 85% less fat calories. So you can add some peanut butter in there with a little bit of banana, and you got a peanut butter and banana sandwich in the smoothie. So it's really good. The other thing I put in there, I put 2 scoops of fiber, which is basically Metamucil, and then I put a scoop of whey protein in there, which is a little bit of bulking agent. Fills you up. It tastes great. There's many different brands and varieties of proteins, and I'm not an expert on this. I just did a little bit of reading, went with the whey protein. It's got a vanilla flavor to it, and it makes the smoothie taste excellent. So another trick is that flax seed. If you see right here, I keep it in a big Ziploc baggie. Flax seed is pretty cheap. Hemp seed a little expensive, $9 a bag or something like that. But the flax seed, really, in order to do its job and be absorbed in the intestine, it really needs to be in a powder or meal form. The problem is if you buy it in the powdered or meal form, it doesn't last very long. You open the bag and you only got a few days with it at best. And some people freeze it. You know, I buy the seed. And then I put the seed in the blender in the morning. I blast through this bad boy. I give it a couple of blends. It turns it into the meal, and then it's easily transported through the colon, digested well, as opposed to just excreted out the back door, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put together a few things and then show you what I put in my smoothie, how I put it in there, and we'll go from there. All right, Stan. All right, so I got a pretty nice blender here. I really like this blender. And you sort of need a really good blender to do this. Doesn't have to be anything top-notch, super professional, you know, whatever, but it needs to be something that's got a little ass behind it. So initially, I just put the flaxseed in the blender with a little bit of hemp seed and press go. I'm gonna let this blend for just a couple of minutes, man. We turn it into a powder. And there you have it. If you look inside here, see that blended that into a nice, just kind of like a nice meal. So that's what I do for that. All right, then I'm gonna take my turmeric. I put a couple of capsules of turmeric in there. There's many different brands of this. You know, there's all kinds of papers out there that say what's good and what you're being ripped off with, and you know, I don't know. I know that turmeric or whatever the proper pronunciation is very, very good for like rheumatologic disorders, inflammation, thyroid disorders, things of that nature. It's supposed to be extremely healthy, and there is a lot of documentation that supports that. I work in the healthcare profession and do a lot of reading on disease process and things of that nature. So I am a firm believer in turmeric. So I put a couple of those in, and then I add some more of my stuff. I'm going to pause right here, put the stuff in, tell you how much I added, and we'll go from there. All right, so here we are. And not to make this video long and drawn out, I'm just going to show you a couple things here. So I added everything to my blender. You can see my berries in there. The golden colored powder, that's the turmeric. My chunks of frozen banana, spinach, kale, the whole 9 yards. So a lot of people say, you know, why am I putting Metamucil in there? Well, it's a source of fiber, and it keeps you regular, you know. Why not? Nothing better than a good poop, right? So the protein here, I put 1 scoop of whey protein, like I said, vanilla flavored, just regular whey protein. I put 1 cup of almond milk. In this particular mixture, I did not use peanut butter or honey. I put 2 tablespoons of flaxseed, a tablespoon of hemp seed, 2 turmeric capsules, my vegetables, and then we let her rip. Or I'm sorry, my fruit, and we let her rip. So here we go. You're gonna mix the stuff up on the bottom first. Not that you really want to watch the blenders out here, so let's shut this down for a minute. And this is where we're at right now. So we got a couple of seconds of blending there. If you find that your smoothie is too thick, you can add some ice and thin it out with a little ice. And if you find that it's you don't want to use ice because it waters down the flavor, you can add a little bit more almond milk. You can do really anything you want. But and you can take away or add anything you want to it. Really the core principle behind it all is just to add your core products. So you're always going to add some type of fruit, but always protein, always Metamucil or some sort of fiber, turmeric, hemp seed, flax seed, kale, and spinach. Those are really your core ingredients. And then add any fruit that you want to it, jazz it up. Sometimes I add Greek yogurt, just like a large tablespoonful of Greek yogurt, and you know, you get that flavored as well. Sometimes I use peach, sometimes I use plain, and it doesn't, you know, either way, tastes fantastic. All right, so stand by. We'll do a little sample here. All right, yeah. You got it put together, and you look at it, you think like, oh my God, man. It's like drinking thick, muddy water or chocolate milk that's, I don't know. It's good. Trust me, it's good. Yep. It's got a little consistency to it. Fills you up, man. And personally, makes me feel good every day. I can't go without it now. So, shake once a day. Healthy products. Blah blah blah. send me a message if you have any questions. I'd love to help you out. Thanks. Have a great day.